Pardot Ninja.
Hey everyone, you may have seen our first video regarding the new Pardot email builder. Now we like to get you content as quickly as we can so that you can be informed and use products as they come out with confidence. Obviously, because we're doing that, we're learning things as you are. Now the first video is completely accurate and definitely still usable, but we found out things along the way as we've been using it more and more that we think will be valuable to you. Have a go, let us know how you think, and I'm sure we'll come out with another version once we learn a few more tricks. Cheers. Hi everyone, today we are recording our second episode of how to use the Pardot Lightning email builder. The first one was recorded very early on in the piece when we hadn't been using it for a while, for long at all. So there were some pieces missing. So we just wanted to clarify a few things to make sure that you had all the information so that you can go ahead and use it how you want to without any gaps. So one thing that we found really useful is adding the relevant tabs straight into your Pardot app because you're going to be using them quite a lot. So your CMS workspace, the email template, and the email content tabs, and obviously you can prioritize them. So essentially the way you can put them in by clicking this pencil, you can go add more items, press all, look for which one you want, press plus, add the nav items, and then you can actually select which order you want them in and press save, and they'll appear up here. So once you've done that, the first thing you want to do when planning an email with this new Lightning Builder is you want to come in and add your images first. So you might want to add a folder, but for this, for the purpose of this exercise, we're just going to jump in and add an image real quick. Now I'm going to try and remember the name of this file that I wanted to use. I think it's Timo. There we go. And once we're happy with that, you see once it's named, you have the slug gets created for you automatically. If you want to change it, you can. Another thing to consider here, alt text is always important, best practice when you're adding in images into emails. If you don't put it in there, for instance, I'm going to use this as a header banner. If you didn't have a pre-header or a preview text within your email, the alt text for this image is actually what would show on people's preview when they receive the email, so it's important. So once you're happy with that, you save the draft, and then it's important you publish it. So once it's published to the CMS, it can be used within these emails. So now we're happy with that, we're going to go and create an email template that we can use over and over again. So there might be a template that you want to use that has a similar structure. Let's just call it newsletter. You want to choose lead or contact so that it's usable within Pardot. Set a description, put it into the public folder. Your subject's always going to be different, so I don't, put it in there because I just feel like it's a waste of time. You can save that, and then once you've created essentially the record for the email template, you can go in and build it by clicking Edit in Builder. Now, once you're in here, we've gone through this in the previous video, but we'll go through it again. You want to add a row. Every time you add a new row of content, you want to add a row so that it stays within its table, so it can be responsive. And depending on what device or client it shows on, most of the time it's going to stay in the format that you want it to. So we'll add an image. Salesforce CMS. Okay, so what I've done is I have not actually allowed the Pardot Ninja folder to have access to what I needed to. So this is good to do this in the middle of the video so we can go back and troubleshoot. So what we want to do is we want to go back to our workspace. We want to add it to the channel. So we're add it to our Pardot emails channel. Great. So it does take a little bit. So let's see if it's there yet. There we go. Now that step for adding to the channel was covered in the implementation of the email builder. So you'll be able to find that there. Now we've got our header. We can go ahead and add the rest of the content. So because we have covered this in the other piece, we're not going to spend too much time on it. You can get, all of the steps and comments, etc., around configuration from that video. This is sort of filling the gaps. So I'm just going to leave that row there and then put a button. Actually, I didn't create a row. Yes, I did. Okay, I'm going to save it. So what we're doing here is we're saving a template. So we've saved that. And then what we can do is we can reuse, obviously that structure isn't very nice to look at, so you wouldn't be using that. But obviously for the purpose of this exercise, we're just showing you through the steps. So because we've now created that template, when we come back through here and we create through the email content tab, this is where we'll create the list emails. So within this piece, we're going to go and here. So you don't have to create select a template to build from. You can build from scratch. But in this instance, we're going to select the template. So you can see template's been set up, etc. Edit in builder is what we want. And now this is where we can finish the content. Cool, so you can put a pre-header in here. Obviously we can edit things here. Check it for phone. We do want to put an unsubscribe piece here so that it lets us do what we want to do later. Okay. That should, once we sort out the text version, so we'll save that. Okay. Go back to the file, to the record, sorry, I should say. And then you want to also sort out, definitely need a subject. And then the text body, you'd be familiar with this part. It's the text tab in the existing Pardot email builder. So you can sync from HTML. For the purpose of this exercise, I'm going to do that, but obviously you can open this up and do whatever you want there. So let's save that. And this should now allow us to go to the send menu. So from the send menu, we'll be able to associate it to a campaign. And that's why the connected campaign feature is a prerequisite for using this particular email builder. You choose your send list, you choose your sender info, and then you've also got your completion options there, click completion action, sorry. And then you've got your options between sending now or scheduling. So that's what we wanted to show you. There was a few steps there that we'd missed out, such as the fact that you can build email templates and then choose to, and how to sort of choose to select them or not. And then working our way through all the way to the send piece where it talks through, where we talk you through sort of linking it to a Salesforce connected campaign, and the steps end to end to be able to do so. Because I wasn't thorough enough in the setup, you also got to see me troubleshoot the fact that the workspace that we added the banner file to was not actually added to the particular channel. So once we did that, you could see that the file was available to use within the email. Hope that all makes sense. If it doesn't, as always, please feel free to reach out, and I hope you enjoy. Hey guys, thanks for watching that episode. We hope you got a lot of value out of it. Please don't forget to subscribe and engage with the content, because a lot of it is driven by you guys, the user. So we need to know your feedback. Cheers.